Thank you for being here. Now, before we start, make sure that nothing distracts you. No other people, external noises, alarms, notifications. I want you to be alone, in solitude. Let my voice guide you by being the only one thing to stay here with you as you're going through this experience. Note, this is not a trance exercise, not hypnosis. There's nothing that I will impose on you. I want you to stay awake and aware. Close your eyes, sit comfortably, relax your mind. Let's start. Now, before we continue, I just want to ask you one simple thing. Take everything that you know, all the preconceptions that you might have collected throughout your life about meditation, spirituality, religion, all the memories of the past and the worries about the future, everything that you think is true about yourself at this point in time. Put all these things in your mental backpack. Leave this backpack at the door as you would leave your shoes entering your friend's house. Trust me, it will still be there when you come back. Let's start with 3 deep breaths. Take a deep, deep breath slowly. Inhale all the goodness of this world. Hold it within you for a second and exhale. Release all the tension, all the worries, all the stress that you have accumulated running this race of life. Do this 2 more times at your own pace. Let the breath return to its natural pace. Keep your eyes closed and open your mind's eye. Look within. The only thing that I want you to do from now on is to listen to the questions that I ask and go into the depth of your experience to confirm for yourself the answers that arise from within. Confirm what's true by your own direct experience. Now, the first question that we will start with is very simple. Are you your name? What did you answer? Yes or no? It would be a very easy yes, since our name is something that we have been identifying ourselves with. But are you your name? Let's investigate. First, was your name given to you, or has it been chosen by you? You know the answer to this question. You have never participated in the process. 2 humans who gave you life have conjointly decided that this is the word that they will use to call you. But are you that word? This brings me to the next question. Does the word encapsulate the essence? Let's run a simple thought experiment. Imagine I would invite 10 different people in one room and give them the same instructions. Close your eyes and see the image of the word that I will tell you. And the word is apple. If I debrief them afterward, what do you think the results will be? You can probably tell that everyone will have a different image. Big red apple, small green apple, a group of yellow apples in the basket, a company apple, Steve Jobs. Now think about this. Do you know other people who share your name? Are you the same being? The answer is no. The word itself does not reflect the essence. So, what do we establish here? Your name was given, not chosen. There are other people who share your name, but we all are different people. The word does not reflect the essence. So I'll repeat the question. Are you your name? Look closely and confirm for yourself. Your name is a phonetical combination of sounds that other people use to call you. But you're not that. Now, the next question. Are you your body? There are several experiential pointers that will show you the truth. Number one, imagine you lose a limb. Will you stop being you if you lose a finger or a hand or both legs? You know the answer. The answer is no. Losing a part of your body might shift your psychological identity, but in the essence, you can tell it will not fundamentally change who you are. On the contrary, many people who have gone through such a traumatic experience confirm that going through this life experience nudged them into the realization that they are not the physical body. What they are is something beyond that. Now, the second pointer is less obvious but more powerful. Look at the transformation of your physical body. You right now. Is it the same body that you had? Is it the same you that had the body of a child, that had the body of a toddler, that had the body of a teenager, that had the body 3 years younger than today, that had the body of yesterday, that has the current body, that will have an aged old body, which will eventually die away? Is there an element of you that is constant throughout these bodily transformations? If yes, is it the same element of you that is aware of those bodily transformations? Look and confirm. The body has changed and is changing. Yet there is something about you that has been there throughout all these changes, and that something is aware that the body is changing. Number three, science can be a powerful pointer. There is this popular notion that after about 7 years of cellular replication, you're an entirely new collection of cells inside and out. Of course, the nature is way more complicated than that. Not all cells replicate with such speed. heart cells will take probably more than a decade, neurons even longer. Some neurons might not replicate, but that's not the point. Science doesn't give you all the answers, but it gives you food for thoughts. Now, are you your body? Look and confirm. If it seems to you that you are some kind of being inside the body, looking into the external world from the depth of your skull, through your eyeballs, look further, because the next question is even trickier. Are you your sensations? Everything you learn about the world, you learn it through your five senses. Go into the depth of your experience that you're having through your five senses and confirm. Your eyes, your sense of sight. Is the reality of the blind person the same as yours? Can you explain the concept of color to a man who was born blind? If you lose your sight, would you stop being you? Your ears, your sense of hearing. You're listening to this using your ears. Now see what happens in verbal communication. Words unfold themselves in your mind one by one. I can say, today is a beautiful weather in Toronto City. But notice what happens when I say the same sentence slowly. Today is a beautiful weather in Toronto City. Each word is a thought. What is happening in the gaps between the thoughts? Next, your skin, your sense of touch. People use a lot the term hard matter, but do you really experience the thing that people call hard matter? The feeling of the air on your skin, the sensation of your butt in your chair. Do you really experience that thing called hard matter? Or the only thing that you experience is the sensation itself? Investigate this. Do you see the sensation in your mind's eye? Does it have any boundaries? Can you detect the edge of the sensation? Where does it start? Where does it end? Your direct experience tells you that the only thing that you experience is the experience itself. If you like intellectualizing things, science can be your pointer again. What does the modern physics tell us? Well, it tells us the same thing. If you start looking for hard matter, you won't find anything. Objects are made of molecules. Molecules are made of atoms. Atoms are made of neutrons, protons, and electrons. Observe the electron, the smallest of them all, and you will see that it stops behaving like a particle and behaves more like a wave. It's a vibration. Everything is a vibration. This universe is an ocean of vibration, and you're a drop. Condensed energy feels to us like a hard matter. But is there such thing as hard matter? Put electrons and protons in a collider, and you will see that subatomic particles are not the smallest you can go. What we accept today as truth is not the absolute truth. Science is approximation. What we know as truth is limited by our current knowledge of the universe and the methods of establishing that truth that we have at our disposal. So, do you ever experience the so called hard matter? Or everything you have ever experienced is the experience itself? Notice. As a person, you are inside your body. But as consciousness, your body is inside you. Now let's switch gears a little further. The next question is, are you your emotions? Just observe. Watch what is happening inside. You say, I am sad. I am angry. I am frustrated. I am irritated. I am joyful. I am happy. I am at peace. Notice your emotional state is flowing and constantly changing. But there is an aspect of you that remains unchanged. This I am. Is it the same I that becomes all those emotions? Is it the same I that is aware of the emotion? Would that be more accurate to describe your actual experience in a different way? I am aware of the emotion of sadness. I am aware of the emotion of anger. I am aware of the emotion of frustration. You can feel the things that you're feeling, but remain detached and unengaged as an observer of those feelings, a pure witness, uncontaminated by the emotion, emotionally sober. Now, I have a question that is fundamental to your emotional intelligence. What comes first, thoughts or emotions? Here is a simple thought experiment that you can run. Imagine the happiest day of your life. Teleport yourself there. Picture everything in smallest details. What day was it? What was the weather? What were you wearing? Who was sharing the day with you? What did you feel at that time? Stay there and absorb what you see. Now, watch. Is there a change in your emotional state? Did something shift in the body? Stay in your happy day and scan your stomach, your chest, your throat, your shoulders. Is there a change in weight, tightness, color, or temperature? Now, what if I say, imagine the worst day of your life? Teleport yourself there. What starts happening in the body? Confirm for yourself and answer the question, what happens first? Thoughts or emotions? You can see it. Thoughts come first. Emotions follow. Emotions that come cause more thoughts. And then it becomes a loop that sucks you in unless you know how to break the cycle of thought. And this is the question where you will have to really zoom in. Are you your thoughts? Investigate. First, approach this question intellectually. A boy who was raised with wolves grew to think he is a wolf. Remember the legend of Mowgli? Now, who do you believe you are just because you were born in a certain place? Every astronaut can tell you, looking from space, it is clear. There are no lines between the countries. Thinking that you're belonging to a country, patriotism, it's just a conditioning. The language you speak is conditioning. You have developed certain psychology, observed certain culture just because of your mother tongue. A bilingual or a trilingual mind thinks differently. No intellectual path is always insufficient to derive the truth. Why? Because words are representations of thoughts, and thoughts are not what you are. Investigate. What does your direct experience tell you? Direct experience is the most powerful pointer. Look, you have been listening to this for some time now. Your thoughts have been changing, flowing, vibrating throughout this meditation. But has it been always the same you that has been thinking all these ever changing thoughts? Is there an aspect of you that remained unchanged throughout our conversation? Whenever you say, I think, what is that I that does the thinking? Whenever you say, I have a thought, what is that I that is aware of having a thought? Is it the same I that had those different thoughts yesterday? Is it the same I that had all those different thoughts 1 year ago? Has it always been the same, constant, unchanging I, the witness of the thoughts, the inner observer? Are you aware right now? No, let me ask you again. Are you aware right now? Are you still present in the gaps between the thoughts? Notice this. There are no thoughts in between, yet you are still here. So are you your thoughts? For the furniture to exist, there should be first a space in which the furniture can exist. Your room is that space. In order for thoughts to exist, there should be a space too. What is that space? Is that the I that you're referring to? Stare into this space. Does this space have boundaries? Or is it boundless? Is this space aging alongside with the physical body? Or is it ageless? Is this space bound by the concept of time? Or is it always one endless present moment? Is this space aware? René Descartes famously wrote, "I think, therefore I am." And billions of people on this planet bought into this delusion. This is the most dangerous lie of our time, the disease of our age. You are not your thoughts. If you've gotten so far, the next question will not be as hard. But are you your experience? It seems like a puzzling question, but it's not really. You have already established the truth for yourself. What is the content of your mind? Look inside. The content of the mind consists only of two things, really: conceptions or perceptions. Conceptions being your thoughts, ideas, beliefs, memories, future projections, hypotheses, knowledge. Perceptions being sensations, emotions, and feelings. Now, the question is really the same. You had experience as a child, who then had experience as a teenager, who then had experience as a younger version of self, who had the experience yesterday, who is having this experience today. Has it always been the same you? And I know that your thinking mind might be protesting right now. No, I was evolving as a human. And yes, your knowledge has increased. But no matter how much knowledge you accumulate, you are present as awareness. Your thoughts about yourself and the world have changed, and they will continue to change. But you will always stay as awareness. Your identity and your beliefs will evolve, but you're not your identity or your beliefs. You're the awareness. You are aware of this evolution. So, what we have established so far, you're not your name, you're not your body, you're not your physical sensations, you're not your emotions, you're not your thoughts, you are not your experiences. So, what are you? You are awareness. The seeing flows, the seer remains unchanged. You are nothingness, a self aware spaciousness within which the whole universe is taking place. You are pure consciousness. Thinking is just a function of your consciousness. Mind is consciousness at play. Awareness is attention at rest. Peace, fullness, completeness, infinite love. This is your true nature. Remove the illusion of the thought and see. The feeling of incompleteness only comes when you forget who you are. There is nothing that the external world can give you. What you're looking for is what you are. The destination you want to reach is where you have always been. The source is within. The Sufi mystic Rumi wrote, "I have lived on the lip of insanity, wanting to know reasons, knocking on a door. It opens. I've been knocking from the inside." Have you been knocking from the inside? Is there time? Last year, last week, yesterday, today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, when I get older. We created the notion of time to express the movement of matter. We did it for practical reasons. But is there time? You have been listening for this for God knows how long. But are you always just in one present moment? People say, be here and now, be in the present moment. But is the present moment some kind of place or time? Everything you're feeling, everything you're thinking, all your current and total experience is what you are right now. You are everything, everywhere, all at once. You are the present moment. Time is an illusion, and you waste the only time you truly have, your present, being hypnotized by the images of the past, all the things you should have said or could have done, and the illusions of the future, your hopes, your concerns, your worries, your fears. You do not seek peace of mind. You seek peace from mind. And the freedom that you seek is now. Are you afraid of death? People think of death as if it was some kind of experience you have to go through. But look into the depth of the experience. What is the nature of the experience? For something to be experienced, there has to be a state before and the state after. Do you remember what it was like before you were born? Exactly. There was no state before. You only have experienced everything after. Think about it. Death is just like the state of not being born. There is only before, but there's nothingness after. You wouldn't care about anything you care about right now, just like you didn't care before you arrived. You will become one with everything. You will come back to the source. You are a drop that jumped off temporarily from the surface of the ocean, only to forget that it is made from the same water and experience itself as a separate drop. You have never been separated. You have all the qualities of the ocean. As you are one, you are the whole ocean in a drop. One day it will be time to come back home. Return into the ocean. Remember who you are while you're still alive. This material world is Maya, the illusion. You are watching the movie of life that is playing on the screen. But look into the depths of your experience and confirm the roles you're playing in the movie. You are the main actor, the protagonist, the hero of this journey. You are the director, telling the actor how to act so that the storyline keeps unfolding itself. You are the viewer, sitting in the movie theater, fascinated and mesmerized by the act. Look deeper. You are the narrator. You are in charge of explaining the meanings of everything that is happening in the movie. You are the real technician in the projector booth. It's up to you to decide whether the movie keeps playing or it's time for movie to stop. And you are the screen. Even when the movie is over, when you close your eyes and quiet your mind, you do not disappear. When the thinking stops, you stay as awareness. To become an actor, you have to forget this. You have to forget who you truly are. Neo has to forget he's Neo to play the role of Mr. Thomas Anderson in his office cubicle. Keanu Reeves has to forget he's Keanu Reeves to play the role of Neo. Now, what is that being that is choosing to forget its true nature to play the role of Keanu Reeves? What do you need to forget in order to play the role you are currently playing? Discover the absolute truth. Once we remove all the layers of falsehood, the names, the body, emotions, thoughts, conceptions, perceptions, beliefs, identity, all the roles that we play, once we disidentify and disassociate from our life experiences, notions, narratives, are we really all that different? Remove all that from any human being, and what is left? Peel the layers of onion long enough, and the truth will reveal itself. And the truth is rather simple. We are all connected. We are all the same. We are all one. Ground yourself in this truth, and you will develop new ability to see. Level 1. You walk on the street. You see people. You see their clothes. You think about their sense of style. You see their body shapes. You assume their eating and fitness habits. Your mind is making judgments if someone is pretty or not. Level 2. You come closer. You start talking to a person. Suddenly, the whole different layer reveals itself. You start seeing their psychology. You listen to their communication, and it reveals their intelligence. You can see their confidence, competence, perception of self and the world. You can see their trauma. You can see their pain. You can see what they had to suffer to get what they are today. Level 3. You like some of those people, and you become friends. You spend time together. You build a strong relationship. Unnoticeably, your bond becomes so strong that you don't need to talk to be with those people. You can just sit in silence, and it will bring you joy. You stare in their eyes long enough, and you notice something interesting. Hey, behind the flesh of the body and the psychology of the mind, there is a movement of spirit. I can see it. There is a being locked in there, a being just like me. Level 4. Transcendence. Stare inside yourself just as you stare in the eyes of the other being and see. We are not just the same fellow beings. We are one being. An infinite consciousness that is experiencing itself through the multiplicity and diversity of human form. And why can we call this truth absolute? Because the word absolute means that this truth must be true for everyone. All religions are pointing at the same thing, but the knowledge of the truth has been corrupted by the thinking, unawakened minds that subjected the truth to interpretations. Remove what is untrue in any human, and what do you think will be left? In the beginning, you've seen that this meditation is called Invitation to Freedom. And this is what I want for you. I invite you to freedom. Start grounding yourself in the absolute truth of who you are through burning all the things that you're not in the fire of your direct experience. You don't need any gurus, spiritual books, mantras, yoga, or meditation practices. Just go into the moment with one simple question: am I aware? In every moment that you're feeling you get carried away by the flow of your thoughts, ask yourself, what am I thinking about right now? This is the direct path. It is called direct because there is nowhere to go. No retreats, no temples, no pilgrimages. How many steps do you need to take toward yourself? Toward your self? None. You are already there. Stay there. Stay as awareness. Your awakening is the only thing that matters in this life. An awakened life is not easy, but it's the only one worth living. And you don't need to meditate for 30 years in a cave to become awakened. Those who chase awakening as some sort of experience that must happen in the future miss the point. You either are awakened right here, right now, or you're asleep. The freedom is now. Thank you for being here. If this helped you in your journey, spread the word. Everyone deserves to be free. You deserve to be free.